Hello everyone, my name is Vito Mabruco. I'm the Global CMO for the NTT Corporation, and that might be a company that many of you have heard of but don't know a lot about. And our goal today and in the future is to talk more about how NTT as a corporation is contributing to society and to corporations and to people's lives. And one of the things that people don't understand or know about us is the amount of investment we make in research and development and innovation. As a $110 billion company and a global company operating in over 80 countries and delivering services in 190, we feel it's our obligation to innovate for the future. And one of those examples of innovation that we talk about is IOWN, which is the Innovative Optical and Wireless Network. It is a new concept based on photonics replacing electronics in all devices, networks, servers, gaming devices. Anything that today uses electronic chips could be replaced with something that is photonics. And why photonics? Well, photonics will create faster, lower latency, and extremely low power consumption. And that's one of the big challenges for today's computer industry, is how much power we need to generate all of the computing that people are demanding. So the photonics-based concept called IOWN has several key initiatives and reasons for being. One of the key ones is the idea of power consumption by computers and networks. We know we are reaching the limit of how much power we can consume to deliver computing and networking. And so with a photonics-based network and computing infrastructure, we will lower the consumption of the increasingly high demand for computing and networking. Now, why is there increasing demand for computing and networking? Well, the reason is because the expectations are rising, whether it's artificial intelligence or the idea of immersive experiences, and those are kind of buzzwords that we hear, but what's the practical application of that? Well, a good example of it is healthcare. So how can we deliver healthcare in a more effective way through high-end consumption models for networks and computing? For example, would we be able to have remote surgery so that we can reach people in places that today can't be served? Or could we create digital twins of the body so that we can start to assess and understand what could happen next and prevent disease versus just treating it? So there are many ideas that we have, and of course you could apply it to other things like gaming or factory control or even autonomous vehicles. So the applications are endless for a photonics-based network and computing infrastructure. So NTT has some very unique capabilities and perspectives that we believe will help contribute to this future of photonics-based networking and computing. One of them, of course, is our history of innovation. We've over 150 years of innovation as a company, and we've created many new concepts and many new ideas, especially recently around fiber optics and optical conversion of electronics to photonics. But also, we've expanded our business so that we can now see, both from a consumer point of view and a B2B point of view, what the requirements are. We have a mobile operator that has over 85 million customers, so we understand consumers. But we also have a strong B2B capability in data centers and networking and consulting. And so we have a very unique combination of skills from an infrastructure, consumer, and delivery capability. And probably the last most important thing, or one of the other important things that we talk about, is our openness and collaborative approach. We believe that this idea of a photonics-based network and computing infrastructure can't happen on our own. We've developed relationships with over 100 industry players through the IOWN Global Forum, because we believe without an industry standard and an industry buy-in, this can't possibly solve some of the problems that we need to solve. So our approach is very different from others: open, collaborative, and a large investment being made, over $3 billion a year invested in trying to create the next infrastructure for the future internet. So the IOWN initiative that NTT has begun is really central to our history of how we innovate. And NTT has been around for 150 years, and our goal has always been to both contribute to society while being a profitable business. And the IOWN initiative, which is based on photonics, is really our way of looking at the world and saying the next level of internet is going to require a very different infrastructure. And NTT has always been in the business of creating communications, networking, and computing infrastructure for our customers and clients. And so we continue to invest billions of dollars in this concept of photonics. And by the way, it's not just NTT. We bring in many other partners because we understand that no technology can survive unless it's open and collaborative. And so we have a collaborative industry organization called the IOWN Global Forum, where many companies, well-known name companies like Sony and Intel and Broadcom and Qualcomm and IBM and many others, are coming together to help create this infrastructure for the next internet. And we believe that when we do this, we will drive greater sustainability, not only from an energy conservation point of view, but also from diversity, inclusion, and all those other important components of sustainability. So the idea of photonics may sound impossible or so Star Trek-ish that no one really believes that it can happen. But in fact, all the pieces are here now. And what are the key things that photonics-based infrastructure brings? Three main elements. Number one, it brings extremely high capacity for networking and computing, extremely low latency, and very small power consumption. And so when we start thinking about how the future of the internet and the future of computing is going to become more sensor-based, we need to lower the power consumption in order to continue to accelerate the data that we consume in order to use the applications that we want. So what kinds of applications are we talking about? Well, we know the more common ones that we talk about are esports, having low latency, having an esports gaming conference that isn't all in the same physical space but can be done across distances because you have photonics networks. So that's one example. Another one is, what about a real-time symphony where the players are not in the same physical building but they can be anywhere in the world? We've actually already proven that. We have done that in Tokyo, in Japan, and shown how people in a full-blown orchestra are located in different locations, and they were instantly able to create an orchestra without any noticeable difference in the sound. Perhaps one of the more important ones that we always talk about is around healthcare and well-being. So one example could be the biodigital twin. What if we were to be able to recreate ourselves in a virtual world? You need a lot of data in order to do that, and then a lot of data to assess what's your health and what could you do differently to improve your health. Another example could be long-distance operations and surgery. How can we make that more effective so that we can do that anytime, anywhere? So we just see a whole number of applications when you create low latency, high capacity with low power. We don't trade off any of those three. Today, actually, you can only have two of those three. And that's why we end up having to slow the networks down in order to increase availability to more people. Or if you get low latency, you have to give up something else. In our view, we need all three of those: high capacity, low latency, and low power consumption, all at the same time to deliver the future of the internet.
Hello, I'm Corey Green. Hello, I'm Corey Green at NTT Data Services Innovation Center. This is a demo that we created, Naoki created, with digital humans inside of the Metaverse. What it showcases is a Metaverse environment with a wayfinding area called Kyoto Alley. And we created it with In-World AI's solution. It's a startup company. They use ChatGPT as a background for creating expressive digital humans and giving them personalities, such as some are more extroverted and outspoken, some won't speak to you, they're more introverted. Some of the digital humans we gave with the prompt of being Kyoto Alley natives, and they can tell you everything about Kyoto Alley and the cultures of Japan. Some are they're on a trip or visiting someone, so they don't know much and they want you to tell them more about what's going on. And the purpose is to show people what it's like to interact with the digital human inside of the metaverse and show them what's possible as far as training new employees to have a digital assistant to show someone how to use different equipment and new equipment and different devices. Another example would be shopping, to have a digital assistant show you what you're buying or whether you want to buy one item over the other and actually get to see it inside of a metaverse environment. Another solution would be wayfinding for hospitals or banking to help you with closing accounts and opening an account. And as far as the demo goes, the fun part is getting to go in and speak to the digital humans to see what they know and what they can tell you as far as what Kyoto Alley is and what they like and what you like, etc. And that's all we have for the demo.
Hi, I'm Noel Hara. I'm our Chief Technology Officer for Public Sector at NTT Data. I'm demoing today our digital human technology. This is a IBM Watson chatbot sitting behind an avatar so that you can have a digital engaging conversation with the bot without needing to go and type information in or navigate difficult to find information on a website. So here I could just ask it questions like, tell me about NTT Data.
That is a great question. I'm Kara. I do human on Lightway ID. Here with spokesperson, NTT Data. Our company is one of the world's largest digital consultants in IT services.
And then I've got other interactions that I could work with her on. I could ask her things like, help me set up my new laptop.
As well as records. Glad to see you have your laptop. Let's get started. Hopefully your laptop will be turned on and look like this. Your BitLocker pin?
Yes. And she'll walk through the entire script of a new employee getting their laptop and setting it up, helping self-service and rely less on technical support teams and be able to interact easier with the devices. You could also do things like for healthcare. I could log into telehealth visits. I need to log in for my telehealth appointment.
How are you doing today?
I'm great. And she'll go through the entire setup and interact with the EHR system, let my doctor know if there's any changes to my record. So we've had a lot of fun with this project. It's very engaging. And we've really found some great interest in it from our clients.
Okay, this is a use case of all Photonics network, and we connect this factory trace and remote trace using this all Photonics network, and we connect these two traces with this optical device and optical fibers, and between these two places there is 75 miles, and there is only about 1 millisecond delay in here, and we can use this robot arm from that remote place. Okay, I will demonstrate about that. Okay, we can use these two devices. One is this device, haptics device, and one is this arcade controller. So I can control this robot arm with this arcade controller, and I can see the this video monitored by this video camera. So by using this arm, by using this arm. Sorry, just yeah, I can fix this leaking valves like this. That's it.